Well, thanks for hosting us. I mean, this is quite a group to get together, and I think all of the companies here are just making huge investments in the country in order to build out data centers and infrastructure to power the next wave of innovation. So it's we don't often get together as the CEOs of the different companies, but it's good to see everyone.
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
Oh, gosh. I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's significant.
That's a lot. Thank you, Mark. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. It's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And that clip was a dinner at the White House about 6 hours ago. And it was reported as being closed to cameras. But yeah, everyone was mic'd and the cameras were there. More than 20 minutes of that conversation is circulating out in the media. And all were primarily tech leaders. Bill Gates, the Apple CEO, two from Google, Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, and others. Elon Musk was not at the table, but AI was the big topic. The market is choppy and mixed, and you can see the top 200 by market cap. Bitcoin at the time of this recording is trading at 111,552. I want to go back and focus on this company that Ripple invested into, IDOS, back in July 2024, because what happened yesterday on the XRP ledger, they are now green light to go. It was the passing of an amendment called Credentials, and according to IDOS, it's a game changer. It met the 80% threshold with 28 votes out of 35 voting yes. 6 still said no. I'm kind of curious, were they just inactive or did they have reasons to vote no? This is something I wish would be more transparent for the XRP holders to understand why people vote the way they do. New Ripple employee popping up into social media. It's great to hear from these engineers. He explains that Credentials is a feature that enables your ID to be issued, stored, and verified natively on the XRP ledger without having to repeat that over and over. And the sensitive documents remain off-chain, and KYC can be automated. This is a chance to be a global standard. About an hour ago, you can see that Doppler Finance reached its latest cap of 20 million. That's in the XRP vault. .xrp asked on X if anyone had used Doppler yet, and I responded yes, currently. They are one of the handful of DeFi and staking protocols that I'm participating in, along with the XRP AMM pool and others. I'm looking forward to F assets on Flare, and I plan to deploy assets and capital in Strobe Finance, Open Eden, and more markets. The institutional investor Vivo Power had just announced that they are going to deposit $200 million into Doppler. Ripple invested in the Doppler builders, which is Git and Wallet, and Doppler also received a fresh new round of funding. All that being said, DeFi has inherent risk, so I understand it's not for everyone, but DeFi, it's for me. I am most excited about how the F assets is going to affect the supply on the digital asset XRP. And you can see Hugo Filion is also a big bull. He says that they're going to take XRP to new heights. XRP is the asset and Flare is the token. Shocking news out of the Inspector General of the SEC. Nearly a year's worth of text messages sent and received by the then SEC Chair Gary Gensler on his government smartphone has been lost. Unbelievable. On July 6th, unbeknownst to Gensler, a person who assisted him in the morning had inadvertently wiped his phone by a hasty factory reset. And Wow, it caused permanent deletion. Oh my goodness. Big news out of Japan, the company SBI and the largest mega bank MUFG, they are backing a company called Decurrent for a stablecoin that is backed 1-to-1 with the Japanese yen. They put 45 million into that project. And it's going to be utilized by the Postal Service, which is a privatized bank here. When I first arrived in Japan nearly 25 years ago, it was then they decided to go private with the postal company. It's been tough. It's been a success, but it hasn't been easy. There are 129 trillion US dollars in deposits, so it's massive. And they are going to utilize this stablecoin. And again, the company that is building and developing that platform is Decurrent. R3, which used to collaborate with Ripple, but they had a falling out, they have reached 17 billion in tokenized real-world assets. They have done so to bridge TradFi and DeFi, and they chose Solana. According to their blog, the reasons why they chose Solana is their expansive DeFi ecosystem, the token standards, the privacy and compliance, the tooling, and the sub-second finality. This is aggravating. Fireblocks is going to unveil a payments network for stablecoin transactions. Let me explain. Fireblocks is in the business of custodying digital assets. It's where the former SEC Chair Jay Clayton landed after suing Ripple. And now they're launching a new payments network and aiming to be the backbone of stablecoin payments for more than 100 countries. And they're doing so with Circle. Wow. This is just absolutely wrong. Sticking with stablecoins for a moment, we've got a big surprise. There is the FRNT. It's a stablecoin that is being launched in the state of Wyoming. And they had deployed it, I think, in a test on Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Ethereum, Optimism, Polygon, and Solana. But look who ended up with the stablecoin on their rails. It was announced today that Hedera was selected for Wyoming's frontier stablecoin FRNT. Well, it's going to be the first U.S. state-issued stablecoin. This is going to be a really interesting rest of the year with all of this stablecoin activity. Token 2049 in Singapore is arguably the biggest digital assets conference in the world, and the speakers are just pretty amazing. It looks good, and I will show you that there is a side event that's already been published that's being hosted by Ripple, Independent Reserve, and HiddenRoad. It's a mixer, and it'll happen to wrap up day one. And if you are in Singapore, you are more than welcome to apply to attend. It'll start at 6:30 p.m. and it's at Raffles Place in Singapore. What a fantastic hotel. I'm so pleased to tell you that I finally am going to get Patty Siri on the channel. I've had Hugo Filer, his co-founder, but the chief architect of this blockchain Minima is someone I really want to talk to. From being a good study of decentralization from Hugo of Flare Networks and David Schwartz of Ripple, I think Patty is also at the pinnacle of my admiration for his passion and commitment to decentralized networks. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
There is no incentive to mine Minima other than the incentive of using the network. So the users will only let you join the network if you do a little bit of work. And then we sum all of that work up together, and that is what gives the network its security. And what this means is that we have a blockchain that not only fits on your phone, but doesn't incentivize users to become bigger than they need to be.